Hello everyone, welcome to Success EduTech. I am Gayatri and we have been learning parts of speech. In the previous video, we have learned what are adjectives. Today, we are going to learn the next stage, that is degrees of adjectives. Now, there are three degrees of adjectives. First, positive, then comparative and superlative. Let's learn the differences between these three. In positive degree, we talk about one person. In comparative, there are two persons and it is comparison as the name suggests. And in superlative degree, we talk about more than two persons. Now let's learn the formula to use adjectives in all these three degrees. In positive degree, we use an article before an adjective. There is a base form of adjective. Then in comparative degree, we use either more or less and then we use an adjective and then it is than. If there is no more or less is used, then er we use. Okay, we are going to learn when to use more and when to use er in the next slide. Then in superlative degree, we use the. The article is must in superlative degree and then adjective and then est. Now let's learn the examples of these. As I said, we use an article. So here's an article. Ram is a smart boy. A and the are articles. A is an article, then smart adjective because it tells more about boy, that is noun. So here it's a noun. If there is no noun and only adjective, then we don't use article in positive degree. That, for example, Ram is smart. I haven't used here boy. I haven't used here noun. So I won't use here article. So it would be Ram is smart. Then in comparative degree, we use er or more as per the adjective. Here smart is an adjective, so I have used here er. Ram is smarter than Sham. As I said, we use either more or less or er after adjective. If we have to use er, then it would be after adjective, and if there is more or less, then we use it before adjective. First example is of er. Ram is smarter. Smart is an adjective and we have used er after smart. Here we have applied more because the rule says so. So before an adjective intelligent, I have used here more. Sheena is more intelligent. Then there would be noun. And then than is mandatory, compulsory in comparative degree because we are comparing between two persons. Always remember this. Next is superlative degree. As I said, the is compulsory to use here. So the Ram is the smartest. We have to use est. Here we have to use either most. I haven't written here, but we have to use the most or most then adjective or adjective and then est. For example, Ram is the smartest boy. As I have to use here est, I would use it after smart. And if it is most, it should be used before adjective. Sheena is the most intelligent girl in her class. Now let's learn rules of using er, est, more and most. Rule number 1. When there is one syllable word, an adjective, then we use er in est. For example, calm, calmer, calmest. cold, colder, coldest. Rule number 2, when there is one syllable word and last letter is consonant, second last letter is a vowel, then we use last letter twice. Fat, fatter, fattest. Hot, hotter, hottest. Rule number 3 is that end in Y, change in I. Now here, when there is Y at last and second last letter is P, that is consonant, we replace Y with I and then we apply ER and EST. So it becomes IER and IEST. Then rule number 4 is when there are two or more syllables, then we use more and most generous in comparative and superlative degrees respectively. Then the last but not the least rule is, that is actually exception. There are very few adjectives which change completely in comparative and superlative degrees. For example, good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, far, farther, farthest. These adjectives we have to remember. There's no other option. Now let's learn conversion. From superlative degree to comparative and positive degree. That means superlative degree sentence we can write or speak in comparative and positive degrees without actually changing their meanings. First example is, Sneha is the most active member in our group. As I said, we use the, then, most or est after most before an adjective, if there is est after an adjective. So it is superlative degree sentence. If I have to convert it, then I will use here more active, more than adjective. That means comparative degree form, then than any other is compulsory to convert it. In positive degree, we have to use no other member, especially when there is a comparison between more than two persons and we show the highest level. Then no other member, here we have to use, and we have to use as, then adjective, and then as. That means we are showing here no other member is as equal. That means equality we are showing. That means that person is the best or worst, whatever is the highest degree, highest level of that adjective. Now the second example is, here we, in the first example we are comparing and we are showing the highest level. Here that means we are showing there is no other in that group or among all of them like her, okay, like that person. And in the second example we are showing here that there are few persons like her, not all. That is the difference between these two, even if they are sentences from superlative degrees. So Sneha is one of the most active members in our group. Here we have used one of the. When there is the most, we have to use than any other and as active as and no other member. When there is one of the most, then we have to use here more active than many other members. So here any other and here many other. Okay, that's the difference. Then in positive degree, we use here very few members are as active as. Here we had used no other member and here we are using very few members. That means she is the best or worst, the highest degree of adjective is there. She is the one of the most active members. That means there are some people like her, but not more or not all. So understand the difference. and we can use it while speaking, while writing. For writing also, this is important, conversion. So just focus on the differences. Than any other, than many other, one of the most, no other member, very few members. So these are few differences. I hope you understand this topic. If you understand this topic and like my videos, please hit that like button, share my video and subscribe to my channel to see such more videos. And thank you so much for watching this video.